finally finished putting it back up. And took out his horse. We finally finished putting it back up. I like went back inside my room, and I have a window to the backyard. And I heard this like big gust of wind, like even through like the walls and everything. And so I looked outside. Sure enough, timber! All the walls came down. Like, when I say walls, we take like well, this year we took like wooden posts sorta. Stuck those in the ground, and we used like kind of like a saran wrap sort of thing. Not saran wrap. It was like dark, so you couldn't see through it. And we used that for the walls, and all of those had fallen down. Like, it was one wall in particular that had fallen down, and then that brought all the other walls down. Ooh, wow, that guy just got wrecked. Nice. Come on, let me take this guy out. And we were just like, come on, I do not want to go back out there and do it. And my mom and my dad, and they're just like, oh, all right, you know what, forget it. We're just not gonna do it this year. It's too windy. And I was like, it was kind of annoying because it was like, oh, we just did all that work for nothing. But then again, I'm not exactly the biggest fan of doing the haunted garage or the haunted yard. I'd rather just hang out with my friends and whatnot. And there's every year there's always a few of my friends that go through anyway, even though it's just for the little kids. And I'm always just like, really? I can't imagine you guys are actually enjoying this. Like, it's not actually that scary at all. So I was like, all right, well, I wish we wouldn't have had to work on it, but I guess I'm okay with us not having to do it. And so later in the party, like out of nowhere, I was just like hanging out with everyone, and my parents came up and they're like, all right, we're about to go do the haunted garage. And I was like, what? I thought we weren't doing it. And they were like, the wind's died down, I think we can do it. So I was like, hey guys, you want to come scare all the little kids with me? And they're like, well, most of them were. Like, most of my guy friends were like, oh, hell yeah. The girls were kind of like, yeah, we'll stay inside. And I was like, yeah, figures. I kind of expected that much. Alright, so let's sell off all my party stuff. Alright, 1,200. Can we... No. Alright, so let's see if we can talk to the guildmaster here. So then... Alright, I'm trying to think. Well, this is kind of a small place. And horses can go up ladders. Or steps. What's this? Castle guard. Oh, there's a guildmaster. -4. Nope. Alright. I didn't think so. Oh well. Ever since that damn revolt. So we got everyone like positioned and everything, and like the first group of like it was mainly like it was like a bunch of little kids. They came through and they didn't even have like their parents or anything with them, and we're all in different spots. We were scaring the shit out of them. Like, it was great. It was a lot of fun. It was one of the few times like I've enjoyed doing it. And like my buddy Ryan, he came dressed up as the wrecking ball from the Miley Cyrus video. Like, I'm not sure what he made it out of, but he was just a big like gray ball, and he had a basically half naked Barbie doll sitting like on his little gray hat, and he won the best contest or best costume contest. And so he was sitting there, and like one of the walls had when it had fallen down, kind of got broke. So my mom was like, "Oh, hey, perfect. You're basically a big gray block or whatever. You hold up the wall, and then what part of the wall is missing, you just cover up with your gray costume." He was like, "Okay, yeah, fine." So we're kind of waiting. I was like, I would like hear someone go, "Ah!" and then I hear the screams, and I'd be like, all right, that one was Ethan. Ah! All right, that one was Sean. That one was Sean. Oh, there's Ethan again. Man, when is Ryan gonna do it? And I mean, Ryan's a funny guy. He's actually gay, and I was one of the few guys to, like, not really make fun of him for that or anything, because we've been close for so long, so we've been really close. And I mean, he's pretty obvious about it. Like, he's not one of the guys that's trying to hide it or anything. And so when the kids finally got to him, he started singing at the top of his lungs the Wrecking Ball song, and everyone just lost it. Like, we were rolling on the ground crying. Like, you have not seen anything until you have, in the pitch black night, seen or heard a gay guy dressed as a wrecking ball start singing Miley Cyrus at a bunch of little girls. It was so weird and so funny. Like, we couldn't control it. We were all, like, laughing. They all knew where the rest of us were at that point, because we were laughing so hard. And then after that, like, and a bunch of those girls were, like, my little sister's friends. Like, they're, like, 10 or whatever. They're like, oh, now we wanna help scare people. And we're like, yeah, fine, I guess you can. Like, we couldn't say no. My mom was like, yeah, go ahead, go do it. These little girls were the worst things I've ever seen. Their definition of scaring. And they were obnoxious about it. Like, if they were nice about it and they just sucked at scaring people, I wouldn't have minded. But they came up and, like, kicked us out of our spots and everything. Like, we'd already be sitting there ready to go, and they'd be like, yeah, we want to sit here. And we're like, well, no, go find another spot. And then my mom would be like, oh, come on, just let them have fun. And we're like, oh, yeah, fine, all right. So we'd go and try to find other spots. And of course, after the second group went through, even more of them joined in, and they kicked us out of all the spots. So we're just kind of sitting around there, like, with no good spots to scare anybody. And these girls, they would follow after the group going past would get through them. They would get up out of their hiding place and follow the group around, and they would whisper, like, or no, they wouldn't whisper. They'd be like chanting, "Do you want to come play with us?" It was the most annoying and unscary thing I've ever heard of. And that was, if it was just that, I wouldn't have even been that mad. But what they did was, these little girls, and they're 10-year-old girls, remember this, they somehow managed, they got so riled up and everything, they tore down the maze from the inside. Like, there were, like, most of the walls was like the saran wrap thing. But there were a few of them that were like styrofoam held up with, like, wood, and there was one or two that was just wood. These girls managed to take down those walls. Like, they put holes in the styrofoam. Like, when I say holes, I don't mean, like, like little holes. I mean, like, they took out they broke the styrofoam walls into chunks. Like, I don't even know how they did that. If they had to jump and fling their little bodies against it. Like, I don't think they were even heavy enough to break through it. So I'm still not sure how they managed to do it. But they broke through all of our walls, and then they tore down, like, all the saran wrap. And this is, like, not even, like, while they're going through. Like, they jumped from being scared. They did this, like, as they were trying to scare people. Like, oh no, the group got too far ahead of me. Better tear through the walls of the maze to get to them. Are you kidding me? And, like, eventually what happened was, like, my mom was finally saw what was happening, and she was just like, all right, you guys can go. You guys don't need to be here anymore. They just ruined everything. And I was like, yeah, no kidding. Told you it was a bad idea. Well, I'm really messing with this guy right here. All right, fine, you can go get him. I'm not catching up to that guy. And yeah, so we're eventually actually able to get free after only doing about 4 groups, so that wasn't bad at all. Alright, let's get through that. Now there are 37 kills right there, and King Stannis is now at even relation with us. Nice. So we should be able to buy land in Dragonstone now. And actually, so like I said, normally a few of my friends end up actually going through it. So like the girls, that had been inside. They're like, oh, you know what, we might as well go through it. And we actually scared him pretty good. Like I said, like before the little girls really started coming in, like we're doing a good job of scaring people. And my buddy Ethan, he got him like 2 times in a row. The same Ethan, of course, that is in the story. And then on the 3rd time, he was like, "Aw, tell you what we're gonna do. There's a little hole in this wall right here. I'm gonna stick my head through and yell at them while they're on the other side, like from behind." So he does this, and they're like, one of them goes, well, they're all screaming or whatever. They're like, "Oh shit!" One of them backhands him, like he just shocked her, and so she just backhanded him so hard. Like I heard the slap from all the way across the yard, and I heard the crumple of his body as he fell down to the ground. Like, oh my god, it sounded so painful, and he had like a big red like handprint on the back of his cheek. I sort of felt bad for him, but god damn, he got messed up. And then afterwards he was like, "So you know, is that normally how you respond to people scaring you? You nearly knock them out by backhanding them?" And she was like, "Hey, you got lucky. That was my right hand. I normally backhand people with my left hand." And we thought she was joking, but nope, she was serious. She apparently backhands people a lot. So, you know, at that point it was kind of like, all right, let's stay away from her. Shrug it off. No big deal. All right. What do we got going on here? Okay. So. Oh, great. Okay. You have a job for me here? Okay. Alright. So I need to find some looters. We can do that. So I'm trying to remember what else happened. I think that's about it for the party. Yeah, it got pretty crazy. I don't want to say too much. There's a reason I got quiet when I was around the alcohol bit. It was because I don't want my parents finding out. As it was, there was at one point, like when we went inside, Ethan was like, "Hey Vaughn," he's like, what are these things over here?" And I was like, I have no idea, because they were like little containers of stuff, like little, I don't even know what you would call it, little cups. And I was like, it looks like Jello. I don't know, try it. Worst thing possible, it's like some sort of condiment, and it's gonna taste bad. And he was like, yeah, good point. And so he tried some of them, and he was like, "Dude, you should have told me." And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "They're Jello shots." And I was like, "Oh God, Ethan, you do not need any more alcohol in your system. You're already crazy enough." And like I didn't even realize until afterwards, he took like 4 more of the Jello shots and just started pounding them. And we were up in my room, and he was like, "Dude, Vaughn, these are not too bad." And I was like, "All right, great." And I was like, "Dude, just make sure you throw them away downstairs. Don't throw them away in my room. I don't need my parents to like be like throwing out my, like getting all the trash in my room and seeing those and having questions and whatnot." And he was like, "Oh yeah, I got you." I was like, "All right, end of that. No big deal." Nope, he didn't even, it's not even like he threw them away in my trash can. He left them in my bed. So later that night, once everyone left or everything, I was exhausted, so I just went straight into my bed. I kind of jumped into it and crumple as I land on like a bunch of them. Like got everything all wet with like what was left in them, and I was just like, really? I don't have energy for this. No, I mean I did get them and get rid of them. But yeah, so that was about it for Saturday. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Yeah, definitely from this point on, I'm saying they can't bring any more alcohol. That was a bad decision. Ethan, like I said, he's really chill. He's one of the guys that cannot handle alcohol. And apparently after my party, and he left at like 12, he had someone pick him up to go to, he was, like, sleeping over at someone's house with, like, a couple people. And, he had, like, he had already had the, I'm going to find the guildmaster here if we can. So take a walk around the streets. So he had already brought, like, one full, like about a half liter of alcohol or whatever. Like, the strong stuff. Oh, over here, maybe? Nope. Backing up. Don't want to fall off here. Oh, alright. That was close. Apparently he had even more inside his car. Or, it wasn't even inside his car. Connor had given him a ride, originally. And he just apparently managed to bring even more than that. Damn it, it's gonna be hard for us to find land to buy now. Because everyone hates us. Okay. Hey, I guess we'll just patrol around here and look for looters. Hopefully we can find some. Can't find them anywhere though. Honorable man. Come on. So he had brought even more than that. And so when they picked him up, he brought that or whatever. And the sleepover was not supposed to be something you're supposed to, like, turn up at. Like, it was just a bunch of people chilling. Kind of like what happened when most of everyone left and it was just, like, the 4 of us left over. Like, it was just supposed to kind of be hanging out and whatnot. Oh, force madness, whatever. We'll take them out. So he was like, oh, crap. And he'd brought enough for, like, 5 more people. And he drank all of that by himself. And, of course, I don't know what's up with him and why he thinks it's acceptable to whip people with his belt. Like, to take his belt off and just start whipping it around. But so it was just, like, the 4 of them. And apparently my buddy, Philip, he was, like, he was just having a slice of pizza. Like, just sitting, slice of pizza. He was just sitting there. And he was just holding it in his hand, like, talking to whoever else was there. And Ethan had his belt off, and he took it off and started whipping around. He was like, yeah! And ended up, like, for whatever reason, he decided it was a good idea to smack the pizza out of his hand with his belt. Except he didn't hit the pizza, he just nailed his hand, and Philip flipped shit because he, like, hit him with the belt buckle full on and everything. And Ethan was like, dude, why the hell are you so mad? He was like, normal people don't whip their friends with belts. Not for, like, no reason. And that's what you just did. So yeah, a bunch of people are really mad at him, actually, for how crazy he got. And the funny thing was, my friend Sean ended up being right about it the whole time. About him partying, like, too crazy when he gets drunk. But yep, so that's about it. I don't think too much else happened that weekend. I just ended up, on Sunday, I think I just had, like, my brother's soccer game I had to go to. And then, what else? What else did I have to do? I think that was about it. And then I think I worked out afterwards. Oh, it was fun. I remember going to my, let's buy a bunch of land here. Get what, 148? About 150 every 2 weeks. So 8. That's about 600 per week. Well, you know, that's not all that great, actually. But better than the money sitting there doing nothing. After my brother's soccer game, we went to Wendy's or whatever. And when we got in there, there was like this like chubby 13-year-old kid, like around 13. He was just like sitting in. And the place was pretty empty. It was like at an odd time. It was like at 3 in the afternoon or something, so I wasn't too busy. And he was just like standing in front of the counter or whatever, and he was like, hey, miss, I think you guys forgot my Frosty. And she was like, no, your mom told us you couldn't have one. And he was like, oh, okay. And so he goes to the back of the the restaurant and proceeds to just cuss out his mom. He was like, "Man, what the fuck, Mom? You wouldn't let me get a Frosty. You're fucking kidding me," and all that. And I'm like, dude, this is your mom. What is wrong with you? Like, I'm sorry, but show some respect. Like, what's wrong with you, kid? And I'm like, you gotta judge the mom at that point. Like, really? That's what your kid, that's how you raised him and all that? And the worst part was she gave in to him. Like, after we, like, right before we'd ordered, like, he went back up to the cashier with, like, a few dollars in his hand, and he was like, "Hey, can I get that medium Frosty or whatever?" And I was just like, oh, no. I mean, it was a good thing she, like, told him to, like, not have one. But you can't then give in. You can't be like, "Alright, yeah, fine, you can have a Frosty." Like, that just shows him that he's gonna, if he complains, he can get, like, the bad stuff that he shouldn't be getting. And, like, this is a fat kid. Like, he should not have been having a Frosty. Like, there's no reason for him to be having that. I was just like, you are a terrible parent. This is why we end up having, like, the bratty kids we do have. Man, we're just crushing through these Lannisters. Smoking 2's gonna be happy. There we go. We're going for quite some time now. Got 3 episodes. Alright, let's finish them off here. Huh. Now what else happened? I'm trying to think. I don't even know. Let's see. I think that was about it for Sunday. Like I said, Sunday was pretty uneventful. Oh, and guys, I would like to apologize. I did upload one video. It was on the game Cookie Clicker. And, you know, it's pretty rare that I get a dislike on any videos. Like, you guys are generally pretty cool about that. You'll like them. Don't get many dislikes. And I did get 1 or 2 on that video, and I apologize. It was just it'd been something I'd been doing. I just wanted to show the effectiveness of a certain mod on it. So I apologize, guys. If you guys did not enjoy that, I don't know, what can I say? Next time, just I mean, please don't watch the video. I do not want you guys to watch all my videos especially if it's a game. No, alright, let me rephrase this. I don't want you guys to watch the videos of mine that are not of games that interest you. I mean, don't. You guys aren't going to enjoy it. And so, I mean, I hate when I get dislikes, I'm not gonna lie. It makes me feel really shitty. Like that I've upset you guys, and I mean, I hate that. I don't want that to happen. So I mean, please in the future, if there's any game you don't want to watch, then please don't watch that. I know you guys don't like. If you guys don't like watching that, I mean, don't worry about it. I'm still gonna upload other stuff. I mean, that video took like no time, so it's not like it's replacing anything else. I had no time that week, so or that day, so it's not like that was replacing a Mountain Blade episode. No, I didn't. I wouldn't have had time to do a Mountain Blade episode anyway, so I just decided to put that video out to show off that mod. So, apologies, guys. Try not to do it again. But, I mean, sooner or later, it's probably going to happen. So, yeah, I think that's about it. I did have a few stories to talk about with what's been happening in some of my classes, but I can't remember them off the top of my head. I'm gonna have to, I'm not gonna be able to remember all of them and give them the justice that they are due. So I think I'm probably gonna leave it off here, guys. I'm doing it for quite some time now, like an hour and 45 minutes, 2 hours. So that's certainly all of that. Tomorrow I'm probably gonna do the Feed the Beast Unleashed episode, because normally I was planning on doing it on Tuesdays, but today was the first day I had the opportunity to record again, and I wanted to get another Mountain Blade episode out for you guys, or episodes in the case. So yeah, I think that's about it. as I said earlier, guys, if you want to, have any questions about me, like I'm thinking about doing a Q&A video, but I haven't really gotten many questions besides the obvious, what does VMP stand for? And I'm sure some of you have already guessed it. Well, you don't know exactly what it stands for, but what what it actually stands for. Sorry if you can hear that. I'm just playing around with this ball right here. Let's see, what else we got here? Like always, please leave some comments down below as to what you'd like to see more of, any new mods. I've been doing a lot of, this is basically the only series I've been doing for Mountain Blade currently, and that's because Prophecy of Pandora takes a huge amount of time to actually get a good episode nowadays, because it's pretty uneventful now that we've essentially beaten the game. But I'll see what I can do, especially this weekend when I'm going to have a lot of time. So yeah, that's about it. Let me know if you guys are enjoying the Feed the Beast mod. Mod? Did I say mod there? I think I might have. Mod, obviously. So yeah, I think that's about it. I've been talking to this other guy that just started up YouTubing and creating Mountain Blade videos. He was like asking me for advice and stuff. So I'm potentially going to be doing some multiplayer Mountain Blade dual commentaries with him. And so that'd be good to get another person in on the multiplayer videos. We'll see if he does Minecraft as well. He can join in with us, me and 424 when we do that. But yeah, so that's it. As always, guys, spitting outro. Take it easy.